BMRforum.com, BMRodds.com. What is going on, boys? What is going on? Welcome back to the lobby with Bobby and our special guests for this week, as always, the man with the red bow tie this week, Mr. Sam's in charge. What's up, Sam?
Styling and profiling. You know, I'm always rocking some appearance. You got to stand out in the sales world. So whether it's a fedora or a bow tie, they don't have to remember my name. They just got to remember what I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. How's the sale? How's that been going? How's the sales stuff going? You making a lot of sales this month?
Yeah, sales isn't bad. There's always an objection to overcome, and right now it's the interest rates that are 7, 8, 9%. So the cost of cars are always the same, but then when the interest rate triples from last year, that means everyone's payment goes up. So, and everyone wants the same payment. So
but that's crazy.
One thing in the car world.
Even with a good credit score, you're still paying that high interest.
Yeah. I mean, even a local credit union with perfect credit, you're 4.5%.
Wow.
Whereas last year it was 1.99 all day.
Yeah.
It's scary out there.
Yes, it is. And the man with the basketball avatar, Mr. Superposition. What's up, Super?
Not much. I've really enjoying today's day games all day.
Yeah.
College game started at 11 a.m. Eastern, and so we got a lot of that to look forward to tomorrow as well. And then Saturday is the big day, the conference finals. So really getting ramped up for that.
Awesome. Well, we'll dive into those picks here in a minute. And last, but certainly not least, the man with the book coming out soon, Mr. Donnie Rightside.
There we go. And by the way, yes, afternoon basketball sensational all the way through today. A good, profitable afternoon, as long as UConn can hang on and cover the 6.5. My only clunker of the day, I mean, come on, Pitt Panthers. You didn't even show up for me today, but profitable nonetheless.
Good. Glad to hear that. And real quick, before we get started, speaking of March Madness, Sammy, I think we're going to have a March Madness bracket contest coming up, I believe.
Of course. Yeah. So everyone knows the bracket, 64 or 60, 68 person field. Ooh, watch that. So bracket form, you're not playing the playing games. They're not included in the scoring. You're just going to start on Thursday's games. Standard bracket. First round is 1 point, second round is 2 points, and it goes up all the way to the championship. So obviously you get rewarded for picking the winner. And then also a big note in here, there are upset points. So the way the upset work is you're going to get the difference between the seeds with the round of points. So if you pick the 11 over the 6 seed in round 1, you'll get an additional 5 points for picking that winner. If you pick the 11 seed, if you pick the 11 seed in round 2, let's just say they beat the 3 seed, you're going to get 8 additional points. So you do get rewarded for picking those underdogs as long as they win. And top 25 posters will get baller coins. So 2,500 baller coins to first place, all the way down to 100 baller coins for 25. So top 25 baller coins on the line. Pretty standard bracket. Let's make it happen.
Awesome. And then also, guys, we have our NASCAR contest well underway as well. Let me just share this. We have our NASCAR extravaganza. So I believe we're coming up to race number 10 here, guys. So if you have already got your picks in for that, make sure you jump on in the NASCAR contest. There is prize money as well as baller coins to be had for this NASCAR contest. So jump on in there and get your picks in for that. And then also upcoming in April is going to be our poker contest, guys, starting April 1st. So if you have any questions on the poker, please feel free and reach out to me, and I'll help you any way I can. Have a chance to win some free baller coins with our upcoming poker series, guys. Now, real fast, a quick shout out from the one, the only Jeannie. Jeannie's pick today is the Milwaukee Bucks minus 12 points, guys. And then she is giving a shout out to not only one, but 2 posters today. Shout out number 1 is to Kid Cuddy 92. And she's also shouting out Mo Money Movon. You guys remember Movon?
Sure thing. Boston. Yeah.
Yes.
I do remember Movon. I had a ton of his baseball cards.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
So, guys, let's jump right into our picks. Superposition. Let's start out with you because I know you were talking briefly on some college basketball. What do you got for today, and what do you got for the weekend?
Okay, so today I got a pick. It's Villanova plus 5.5. They're starting to ramp it up a little bit here on this team. They're playing Creighton on neutral court. So I like the Nova there with the points. And then we're looking at the conference tournaments on the finals are on Saturday for almost all these conferences. So the strategy is to find the small conference tournaments that are left and to try to go against the number one seeds in those conferences. And so the thinking behind that is the coach is under pressure and the players are under pressure. And when you're under pressure, you get tight and it's hard to shoot. So I'm looking for some upsets there. So you're going to want to fade Utah Valley in the Western Athletic Conference. And you're going to want to fade Southern Mississippi in the Sun Belt Conference. And you're going to want to go against, let's see, a couple of those have already passed. I'm going to also say go against Alabama in their conference tournament and UCLA in their conference tournament. Actually, UCLA right now is in a close one with Colorado. It's kind of been going back and forth. And also San Diego State, I think, goes down in the Mountain West Conference tournament. And Howard in the Mid-Eastern Athletic, that's the MEAC. And then it's kind of a tough one with Toledo and Kent State, so I'm kind of staying away from the MAC there. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure Iona is going to run through the Metro Atlantic, so I'm not touching them. Not really messing with the Ivy League. But, man, I'm going to fade Florida Atlantic again in the Conference USA tournament. So UC Santa Barbara in the Big West, that's what you're looking for there. And that's about as far as I'm going to go for those ones. I can post those on the thread like I did last time. Last time awesome. I gave the conference winners. I just need UMass Lowell to beat Vermont on Saturday morning. That's a 11 a.m. Eastern start game. I actually don't think they're going to do it. I think Vermont's going to blow the top off them, but I do need UMass Lowell to make a profit there on my first round of the conference tournament futures.
Okay, well, you can always. Are you thinking about doing any hedging on that one?
On the Vermont one?
Yeah,
I'm thinking about maybe going all in on the Vermont money line to get the day started, and then maybe I'm playing with house money after that. So I actually would see what the spread is on that game. I would take Vermont and the points too there for the blowout. Going against what I originally said there, switching.
All right. Well, best of luck with that. And moving on to Donnie. Donnie, you got any college basketball for us?
Let's have some fun with this, because if we all agreed, what would be the point of a lot here? So I'm actually going to take Creighton over Villanova tonight and lay the points. The reason being is we just saw them play last. And by the way, Villanova is a different team, I will agree, than at the beginning of the season. Healthy and playing good basketball heading into the Big East. And also yesterday, I did have Villanova's team total over, which got there, which they entered into the 80s yesterday and looked very good. Wiped Georgetown right off the court. But I like the matchup here with Creighton as it lines up with Villanova. You take a look at Creighton, number one overall in defensive efficiency in Big East play. But the thing that they do is chase you off of the three-point line. And why that's important tonight, Villanova loves to shoot the three-point shot. Number one in volume in conference play from the three-point line. So I do think that plays into it as well. If we're looking to score inside, you can technically do that against Creighton. But if we're looking at point distribution, 11th in conference play is Villanova at scoring inside of the three-point arc. I believe Creighton can pick up the victory tonight. And if they win, it's probably going to be my margin. I'll go that way. And then also, I'm going to fade another team that really has to win tonight, and that's the North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm going to lay the 2.5 and take the Virginia side tonight because I do think they'll slow the tempo down. I don't think North Carolina is very good, even though they're playing with quote-unquote house money, because the only thing they need to do is continue to win, and that's all that matters. I think UVA upends them. So I'm going to go against two maybe popular opinions on the opposite side. We'll see how it works tonight in conference play.
Yeah, right. North Carolina is starting to play well. They have the players.
They are.
So I
talent is there
for a deep run. Yeah, the talent is there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck with those. Moving on to Sammy. Sammy, anything for college basketball tonight or this weekend?
Yeah, for college basketball, the last few weeks I've kind of mentioned I don't really dabble too much with the with basketball, but now that we're getting into championship week, we're getting into March Madness. I'm definitely dabbling a little bit. Like Donnie said earlier, I actually had now I'm drawing blank. What was the game earlier that went into overtime?
St. John's game, St. John's
Yeah.
Marquette.
Yeah, the Marquette game. I had Marquette money line with Miami, Florida, with Duke.
Sweating it out.
Yeah, sweating all through the first two games out at work, and then Duke has been steamrolling. So I hit a small parlay with that. I'm also with Donnie. I'm on Virginia tonight over North Carolina. And then, like I mentioned last week, my local team is Siena Saints in the MAC. They are 3-point favorite over Niagara tonight. I do like them. They're coming off a few losses, so they're not playing great right now. But I do like them tonight, at least to advance to the quarters, and then I'll see what happens with them. Obviously, the smaller conferences, you either win, you make the championship, or you go to the NIT. So Siena is one of those teams. It's either they're in the main 64 or they're not playing. But yeah, that's what I'll be looking at. And then also in the NBA, I'm on the Knicks. Knicks are playing great right now. They're going up against the Kings. That'll be a great test for them, and excited to see how they play against the number 3 in the West.
One question for you guys about college basketball. What do you think about this guy, Antoine Davis, playing in the CBI? He's 3 points shy of Pistol Pete. Do you think he should, or should they not do it?
I don't think you can keep it away from him since he's only playing the games that they're actually laying out. But the thing that we always remember is Pistol Pete only got 3 years to play because back in the day, you weren't redshirting. You didn't get to play as a freshman. So his numbers were so astronomical through 3 seasons. Now this kid's got 5. And again, good kid, shoots a lot of baskets. He's probably going to end up breaking it, but he is getting that extra years and also now the extra games here that Pistol Pete never had. I don't know if you could put an asterisk on there, Super, but he's going to break it, and I guess it just is what it is at this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking
it's almost like the NFL. They extended their season records are getting broken.
Nothing you could do. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I actually think maybe they should play in the CBI and just go ahead and you're right, play the games that they should. Even if he wasn't going for the scoring record, they'd join if they invited him. So I think let the kid play. And yeah, it's an asterisk, I guess. Everybody knows it, but hey, he deserves it if he gets it.
Yeah,
100%.
Yes, he does. Now, moving on to the NBA. Sam, you got anything for NBA tonight?
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it. I'm a hometown guy with the Knicks. I like the Knicks, like how they're playing. The team is molding together. That's what's most important. The Knicks don't have a top 10 superstar, but they have 3 great all-stars that are molding together. Julius Randle, RJ Barrett.
Play together, it's going to be good.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson is playing great. So they're molding together as a team. They're a solid 5 in the East. I like their matchup potentially against the Cavs in the playoffs. And then, you have to face a big 3. But they've beaten the Bucks. They've beaten Boston, so they've beaten the 76ers. So can you win a 7-game series? That'll be the test for the Knicks. But I'm excited.
All right, awesome. Well, best of luck with that play. Donnie, anything for NBA?
Yeah, one thing with that, Sammy, too, because Brunson missed the last 2 games. They were tripped up at home against Charlotte, but if they had Brunson at the game, they'd probably win. He's supposed to be playing tonight. If he does, I agree with you. It's going to be a high-scoring affair, so a lot of good prop bets in there, but I do think the Knicks are the better team that can pick up that W. I'm actually going to just be fading 2 teams tonight who it's clear they don't want to win anymore, and they're shutting it down. I'm going to fade the Detroit Pistons. The Charlotte Hornets stink right now. They absolutely do. Now, granted, they did win that game in the Garden, but they're laying 4 points in it for a reason. Detroit has already packed it in. And if you take a look at the Pistons, losers of 9 in a row and 12 of 13, they just want the season over with. I can't back a team, even if they're home and maybe the other team doesn't deserve to be a favorite. If you're actively don't care if you win or not, I can't back you. The same thing goes with the Houston Rockets and the Pacers. It's a high number at -9. I'm still going to take the Pacers in this game because the Houston Rockets have lost 12 of 14 games. Now you say to yourself, okay, they must have won 2 in there. They beat the Spurs twice over those 14 games. That was their 2 wins, who they're also tanking. So I'm just going to lay it out. 2 teams that I think are going to come to compete tonight against 2 teams that could care less. I'll let the dice go on that.
Yeah, you probably figure there's also some little stuff going on in the locker room there. It's making it hard for the team. So I would agree with that there, Donnie. I actually am also going to go against the Grizzlies based on some of the distractions that they got going on. So I'm taking the Warriors tonight -2.5.
All right. Well, best of luck with all those plays, guys. Let's move right into tennis. Sammy, what do you got for us for tennis?
Tennis is great.
Let's update the grid. How you doing?
Yeah, so first off, we started off the week slow because Monday and Tuesday there was no action, so 2 days without tennis. Right. But now the Indian Wells is off and running. 32 matches yesterday, 33 matches today. To start off yesterday, I went 8-2. If anyone watched my pre-match or my tournament video,
Good video, by the way.
I had a big thing in there about Alicia Parks, who hasn't been playing well on outdoor hardcourt, and she lost 6-1, 6-1 in 57 minutes. So I cashed that ticket, bet it against her in less than an hour. Oh, awesome. Today we're on 2-2 to start, but I'm literally watching action as I'm saying this. Ben Shelton's up a set and a break on Fognini, so that's looking good. It looks like Kakanakis just won, so that hits that under. So I should be looking good for 4-2 on the day with some profit. We're already up over 32 units right now. 32 units.
Wow.
So tennis is going great. Can't stop talking about it. Can't stop watching it. There is March Madness of action. There is NBA action, and I can't stop watching tennis. I live and breathe it. It's been going great, and obviously the results show itself. So again, join the thread, join the conversation, ask questions if you're unsure. I'm here to help. I'm here to get as much attention to tennis and make you guys some money, just like everyone else is doing in the other sports. But let's make it happen, baby. I love it.
Yeah, one thing about betting tennis, I'll tell you, is addicting. Even if you're not actually watching the match, just watching the ticker on Flash Score can be extremely addicting. I have 2 tennis picks for you tonight. I have Sofia Kenin against Sloane Stephens, and then Andy Murray. Andy Murray is starting to play well. So I would say pay attention to Andy Murray. He's getting a little bit of mojo back. I got Andy Murray tonight as well, even though it's high juice.
Yeah, so those 2 picks are on my board as well. Sofia Kenin over Sloane Stephens, who is just way past what she used to be. Sofia Kenin coming back from injury, so she's playing a little bit better. Andy Murray, who is playing a clay court specialist, so that's why Murray is a favorite. I actually took him -1.5 sets, so he has to win 2-0. You're not spending as much juice, but obviously the risk is harder. So, superposition, he just has to win the match, where now I'm taking it -1.5 sets. So in the NBA reference, superposition took the money line, where I'm taking the 8-point spread, for example. So he has to now win his match 2-0, which I do think he will do. Andy Murray has won every one of his matches this year by saving a match point or coming from behind. So let's make this match easy. Let's open it from start to finish. Even his mom is tweeting that he needs some easier wins. He loves the drama.
Sam, do you want to explain what it means to bet the game spread in tennis, how you can actually lose the match but cover the game spread?
Yeah. So just like, let's see. So let's take any match, for example. So here's a match that here you go. Here's a perfect example. Here's a match that happened earlier. Stan Wawrinka versus Vucic. So Stan won the match 2-1. He was favored by 3 games. So he won the match. So he won the money line. Now, when you look at the score of the match, he won the first set 6-4. So he's up 2 games. He lost the second set 6-1, and then he won the third set 6-1. So those 2 sets wash, and he won the spread by 2. Now the spread was 3. So Wawrinka won the match money line, but Vucic won the spread plus 3 games. So again, it's just like any other sport. You take the total number of games, and that's your over under, or that's your spread. So there's, tennis, it is kind of confusing as you get used to it, just like soccer if you're betting soccer. But once you learn it, once you watch a few matches and you understand the scoring structure, it's just like any other sport. But yes, definitely something to look forward. Wawrinka won the match, but he did not cover the spread.
Well, you can actually win the spread as a favorite and lose the match, which is crazy.
That's very, very rare to have that happen.
Right. But it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a 6-0 set in there and then you lose the set 7-6, you're gaining 5 games on the spread. Very rare, but yeah, anything can happen.
Wow. Well, that's definitely some helpful knowledge there, Sammy, and thank you for passing that on for everyone who's unsure of the way tennis works like that. So we do appreciate it. Do you guys have anything else? Any other picks for tonight or for the weekend?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see what happens this weekend. Selection Sunday too. I can't wait to get in the brackets, man. Sunday night, awesome time. It's going to be awesome.
I think when it comes to the next few days, we kind of can't make picks because all the matchups are based on what happens today. And,
pretty much.
So the matchups are day to day. Same with tennis. It's a bracket style tournament. So I can't make tomorrow's picks until I know who's playing based on today.
Who's playing. Exactly.
So same thing with conference tournament in college.
Super.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know you wanted to talk a little bit of XFL.
Yeah, that's right. The XFL overs. So last week I said take all 4 overs in the XFL games. It actually went 2-2. Should have went 3-1, but the Houston team coached by Wade Phillips stopped Orlando on the goal line on 1st and goal on the 1. They tried to run it up the gut 4 times, and then Wade Phillips ran the clock out. So I'm still going to say take the overs in these games based on the rules and offenses starting to get more comfortable with each other. But if you're watching the Houston team coached by Wade Phillips, beware. He gets a lead and he runs the clock out like Andy Reid, man. He just and you can hear him mic'd up saying it. He's like, run it out, run it out. He's not taking any chances. So watching Houston, beware there with him trying to just kind of put the game on hold.
All right. Well, best of luck with those XFL overs, guys. And, real fast, if you guys want some free bowler coins, make sure you follow us on social media, guys. At Twitter, it's at BMR Reviews. And on Instagram, it is at BMR_reviews. So best of luck, BM_review, excuse me. So best of luck with all the action today and this weekend, guys. And best of luck, guys. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you, guys.
See you guys.
All right. Thanks again. Good luck, everybody.